everybody. This is John Monroe from Keeping It Real Section 5 Football. And as you can see, it's Dave and I back together again. Paul, we had a little snow last night, so...
I think he's shoveling driveways now. Erna Buck, I'm not sure where he is.
Yeah, he's got his, what is that, the Football Foundation? Mm-hmm. I guess they got a meeting tonight or something going on over there. So, it'll just be Dave and I, and we're getting down to the end. We'll get into it soon, but we had a couple teams that advanced into the 2025 New York State finals, and we'll get into that in a minute. And I'd just like to tell everybody, if you have subscribed, we have to say thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. It's a great help. I'm trying to concentrate more on our subscriptions, and if you have not subscribed, please just subscribe to our channel. Go on the like button, hit that, and if you have any comments, excuse me, if you have any comments, just throw. I'll get this all out. Just throw in a comment. So, with that being said, I'm gonna take it out. Hey, I just noticed something.
What's that, John?
They're not in typed anymore.
No, not today.
God, I used to like that.
Down to 2 teams.
Okay, let's get
longhand.
Well, okay. All right, here we go.
Ready?
Mark, go.
Oh, John, we had 2 teams enter the state semifinals last weekend in Syracuse, and 2 teams advanced. Mm-hmm. In the Class B division, Monroe Red Jackets, ranked number 1 in New York State, and the first time a Rochester City School District team has made the finals. Monroe took care of Owego 48-7. Mm-hmm. Monroe goes to 7-0 on the year. Monroe has scored 500 points this season. They've given up only 32.
Wow.
That's just remarkable. Coach Cunningham and his staff have done a tremendous job with that team on both sides of the ball. Monroe, as we know, lots of weapons on the offensive side. Pootie Cunningham, their quarterback, can hurt you with his legs and his arm. Messiah Hampton, the Oregon commit, not only can catch the ball, he's the all-time leading receiver in Section 5. He can take it with his legs to the house. Witnessed a 77-yard run this past weekend. And he also threw a pass, completed it for 48 yards. So he's a triple threat. Mm-hmm. And Jermaine Montgomery, a hard-nosed runner for them. He can take it into the end zone anytime he touches it. Ray Garcia and Louis Fallu, 2 other receivers that have hurt teams throughout the year. So Garcia returned a punt for a touchdown last weekend. So in scoring their 48 points, Monroe jumped out to a 28-7 halftime lead. They scored on a punt return. They scored on a run. They scored on a receiving touchdown. As I said, they can hurt you always.
Offense, defense?
Offense, defense.
They shut teams down.
32 points in 11 or 12 games. So figure that one out. That's 2.5 points a game, basically. And they're not going to get beat much, allowing.
And I think East was the one team that scored the most on them.
I think so.
Oh, no. Did they shut them out?
Honey scored a touchdown. Honey Falls scored a touchdown.
7-6, I think.
Yeah. They gave up 1 score to Owego. I'm not sure where the other ones came in, but not enough to make a difference. Let's see. In this past weekend's game, Hampton, a 77-yard run for a touchdown. Brian Walker, a touchdown reception, 52 yards. Ray Montgomery, Montgomery, a pass from Cunningham for another touchdown. They hurt you in a lot of different ways. Garcia scored on a long run. Hampton finished with 266 all-purpose yards. This weekend, Monroe will play Sleepy Hollow out of Section 1. Sleepy Hollow comes in at 12-1. A solid ball club. Last weekend for them, a young man named Braden Richardson rushed for 446 yards in their semifinal win and 5 touchdowns. He's a Rhode Island commit. He's got 42 touchdowns on the year.
That's a career for everybody.
Yeah, and he's rushed for over 1,400 yards. They play Saturday at 3 o'clock at the Dome. So Monroe's had it rolling all season and last year as well. They made it to the semis last year, and they're looking to complete their run, as they said, be the first time a city school district team has won the states. And we wish them the best of luck. Again, Coach Cunningham and his staff have done a great job over there.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens with Monroe and Sleepy Hollow this weekend.
Now, Saturday, I'll be up for that game. Myself, Bob Ebert, your buddy, George Giordino.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Coach Giordano's going to make an appearance.
Special appearance. I just got to pick him up at some track meet on Saturday, though.
He's not running a camp this weekend.
Can't keep track of the boy.
No, he's something. That's for sure. That should be fun.
Oh yeah.
On a dry surface, this guy Richardson is a threat. Obviously, I watched him on film a little bit. He breaks tackles.
But Monroe inside, perfect conditions with what they have. I mean,
we know they can throw it. They've got an outstanding quarterback. Receivers, led by Hampton, Garcia, Fallu. And we know they can run it with Montgomery, and the end around is always a threat with Hampton. So their kicking game has not really been tested. They don't kick extra points. They go for the deuce on all of them. They rarely punt. They did punt once at the end of the game just to kill some clock in the semis. So we'll see what happens there. It should be fun. We all set there?
That hurt.
In the A's, Brighton has advanced to the finals. They're 11-2 on the year. Last year was their first sectional victory ever. This year, they're going to make a run at the state championship. Brighton beat Union Endicott out of the Binghamton area 47-14. To gain their spot in the finals. They rushed for 360 yards in the ball game. UB commit Matthew Heiniger got him on the board early with a 2-yard touchdown run to finish their first drive, which was a 66-yard drive and took multiple minutes. They controlled the game right from jump. Ethan Bielozewski to Clarence Bell, 25-yard touchdown pass. Justin Medina, 3-yard touchdown run to make it 20-0. Medina finished with 124 yards on the day. They jumped out 28-0 at the half. Patrick Rohr made it 28-0 with a touchdown before the half. In the second half, Medina right out with a 47-yard touchdown run. Zach Rosignol, another name we've heard all year, 25-yard run. He finished with 111 yards. And Brighton scored the first 6 times they had the ball. 6 different players took it to the end zone for them. The difference maybe this year to last, Brighton's healthy.
Yes.
And last year they had some guys banged up as they went into the state tournament.
I think they're a little better up front this year than they were last year.
They may be.
And Coach Lehman, when we had him on here, I remember him saying, this is way back last January, February, when we had him on.
Right.
And he did say back then, if he can count on his JV guys coming up, linemen, and, showing, participating and showing, that they can do it, that he said back then, he said, and plus they got to be healthy, that's.
And they have stayed healthy for most of the year. Amari Snowden, who was banged up last year, one of their outstanding linemen, he's ready to go. Heiniger was banged up last year. He's been a stud all year for him. Brighton will play Rye out of Section 1. Now, Rye's 13-0. and no slouch there. They'll play 6 o'clock Friday at the Dome. First section of last year for the Bruins. They're looking for their first state title. Rye is led by Carson Miller, their quarterback. He's thrown for over 3,200 yards. And they have an outstanding receiver in Henry Shoemaker, who's got 1,665 receiving yards. Brighton goes in ranked 5th in the state at 11-2. Rye's ranked number 2 at 13-0. So it's going to be a test for the Bruins, but they've risen to every challenge so far. Very resilient club, and that's after a fairly slow start to the year.
Yes.
They really have rounded into form. Backing up just a step here, I think I mentioned Monroe plays Sleepy Hollow out of Section 1, and they come in at 12-1.
Where is Section 1, just for our people that don't know?
It's downstate, Hudson Valley.
Yep. It's down New York City.
Mm-hmm. Just north of New York.
Yep.
And Sleepy Hollow is ranked 4 in the state. Monroe, of course, is ranked number 1 currently. So two games to watch this weekend. 2 chances for teams to record their first state titles.
Now, let's get into a little bit. How many times have you been in the state final games?
We were in the state finals 2 times.
Back to back?
Back to back. We won in 97, got beat in the finals in 98 in a game that we would have liked to have played the next day because
your bus driver.
Too many things went wrong leading up to the game. We were 12-0 going into that one, lost the last one. Mm-hmm. It's like no experience these guys are going to have. Some will go on to play college football, we know that, but they're going to remember this run forever. They're going to talk about it in 30 years, 40 years, whatever the case may be. And, going way back to 97, as I told our team after we won the ball game, I said, I hope this is the greatest athletic accomplishment of your life. But I hope it's not the greatest accomplishment of your life overall. There's so much more to do. Savor it, enjoy it, and then move on to do great things. Mm-hmm. I hope that's what these guys do, and it sounds like the respective coaches of these teams have them lined up to do that.
Yes. I've been fortunate enough to coach in 4 state final games and blessed to win all 4. So my biggest advice that I can give to coaches and players, if you're Brighton or Monroe this weekend, get there early. The reason why I say that is some of these kids have never seen the Dome before.
Yeah.
And they come in, and the first thing they're going to do is look up at the ceiling for a good half hour to an hour because it's the biggest thing they've ever experienced in their life that they're going to be playing in. And let them get that out of their system.
And they should soak it in. It's exciting.
Yes.
And it reminds me of the movie Hoosiers.
Yes.
When they got to the field house and, the coach said, the basket's still 10 feet. Well, the field's still 100 yards long and the same width, and the goalposts are the same. So, once you take in the surroundings and the aura of playing in the Dome, let it rip. Go play football.
Yeah, but definitely get that out of my advice to the coaches would be, I know there's games going on before your game. I would get there in the first quarter of the game before you're playing.
Yeah.
Get off the bus, give them to walk around, let them enjoy a little bit of the place. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Coming in, we played a team once there, and I told you this before, and we got to the Dome at the same time. That year was their first game at the Dome. That was our 3rd game in the Dome in one season.
Yeah.
And our kids got off the bus. Now, the other thing, too, is I'm sure they still do it. They search bags and all that, that other happy crap. They do all the searching and the metal detectors and all that. So be prepared for that. There's different things that it's not normal, it's not the everyday going to a game. And
the other thing I remember about our trips there, after playing in the sectionals back then at the U of R, packed, it was like our home field advantage to play there. Then we go to the Dome. I bet we had 10,000 people there, and it looked like it was empty.
Yeah.
It's a different perspective.
Exactly. We played Camp McKinley. At McKinley, it's a Football Hall of Fame. They announced I'll never forget, they announced in the fourth quarter there was 9,200. And I looked around like, this place looks empty.
Yep.
But it holds 26,000.
Right. The same thing when we played it, then it was Ralph Wilson Stadium.
Yeah.
It holds 80,000.
Yep.
If we had 10, it's like, where's everybody?
You know what's funny, too? I remember when you yelled inside the Dome, you can hear the echo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, but
Not that I ever yelled, but
no, never. But yeah, there's things that's my one big piece of advice I would give to coaches that are going there for the first time. Get there early, let them experience it, and get it out of their system. Because that team that we did play our third game there, I mean, it was all business. Our kids seen the ceiling.
yeah.
They seen behind the scenes or whatever. You know, they're there to win a football game. The team that we played, that was their, and you could so tell that it was like their first rodeo. You know, so
It's an advantage.
yes, it is. You know, and another thing along with that, I told a friend of mine once that that little story about getting there early and all that, and you know, he says that shouldn't matter. I go, what do you mean that shouldn't matter? He goes, these kids, these are teenage kids.
16, 17, 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
This is the big deal.
Yes, this is the biggest thing that they will play in their lives, in the biggest arena. Get there, enjoy it, you know, soak it in. You know, take a step back and see where you're at, because when the game starts, it's over.
Yeah, it's football now.
It is over. When it starts, we're at the end of the game, and it's just like, holy cow, how the hell did that all happen? You know, but I've been fortunate enough, you've been fortunate enough to do a couple, I did 4, and we'll never forget those, you know, those are lifetime experiences.
Sure. Yeah, we've had reunions, you know, and things, 25-year reunion and whatnot, and, you know, you revert back to who you were then. Everything's still fresh.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it definitely brings out good thoughts and good memories, you know, for excuse me, a lifetime.
So it's exciting for Monroe to be the first city school district team to play there.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting for Brighton to be their first trip to the state finals, and we hope both of them bring it back. Bring it home, boys.
Yes, sir. Yes, that would be awesome, but just the experience. I mean, winning's winning. Everybody loves a winner.
That's why you're there.
Yep, but the experience.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to romanticize, you know, just getting there. I mean, you're there to win, and
Yes.
that's what they're preparing for this week.
Yes.
And you know, wish them the best.
Now, a couple other things I got going on is our show today. Next week we'll talk about how these Brighton and Monroe finished up. Hopefully on the dub with both of them. Either way, they had great seasons. After that, the episode after that, we're going to have
Maybe have an ambulance here. I don't know. We'll have.
somebody was saying I should keep some of the bloopers in. Oh my God. I love cold weather. Doesn't like me. Alright. 1, 2, 3. The week after that, we are going to have we did it last year, was our Keeping It Real all Section 5 team. And we're going to do AA and A's. And then we're going to do B, C, and D's. The way we're going to do it is we're still kind of working around that a little bit. I don't know if we should go, excuse me, quarterbacks or just go 22 and go from there. But if we go 22, then some linemen aren't going to get in, and there's pros and cons.
And we encourage coaches to call in if they have a player they think is certainly worthy of
Please do.
being named. Yeah, we invite that.
Or if any parents out there know about your son, you know, with stats or anything, just that all helps us out to sort things out. And the way that we like to put it together is like the double A and A's, not having it be like because Brighton is in the, sure, they're going to have their share of kids, but like giving it around to, we had the young man last year from Athena. Mm-hmm. Remember? I think they had 2 or 3 wins, mm-hmm. but he ended up having
outstanding player.
Really,
you get recognized.
Real nice year, yes. So that'll be that, and then our season will be over with. Our season number 2 will be done. We're going to start up again probably at the end of January, maybe middle of January. We're going to do it once every 2 weeks. So it'll be on Thursday nights, every other at 5 p.m. For a couple months. We're going to do that, and that's just going to give me some time to get into some other things I'd like to get into with the channel. And like I said, I'm always trying to make it grow, and I'm going to try to get, my big number one thing is getting subscribers. I want to get more subscribers. I want to get people to, enjoy this more and more with us. So that's what I'll be working on. Another thing that I just happened to look at was this referee's hat. It reminds me last week when I was out at the U of R at the Eddie Meath game, I bumped into a couple of officials, and this is Pete McCabe. We've had him on last year. He's going to come back on with us with Dave Colin. Dave now, I want to say, I know he's retiring from officials. He's going to do a state final game. I don't know if it's not going to be the B or the A. It's not going to be a Section 5 team because he's a Section 5 official. But he's going to do a final, and we're going to have him on too. And I want to say he's just finishing his 35th year of officiating in the Rochester area. And he's just a great guy, and just another icon in our...
I believe he's one of the few officials who's never blown a call in 35 years. So that'll be an honor.
Wow. Does he even know that?
I don't know.
That's amazing.
I always had a great relationship with the officials, so...
Well, I did too. Back with, remember when Frank was doing that?
Frankie Marf, yeah.
Fino and
Mike Palermo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Old timers.
Yes. Those those are all great times. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have an episode.
Sean Ryan.
Oh, Sean. Yes, Sean was so... Ronnie Camp.
Sure.
Right?
Lots of good ones.
Yes, sir. So, just stay tuned, and we'll keep everybody updated. This is our 95th episode. We have some episodes that are live. I didn't count those with this. So, we're going to have 2 or 3 episodes next year, and then the 100th.
Good.
And that's about all I have, but we're back. I'm back at where it all started.
Back at the homestead.
Yes.
The original studio.
It's a little more,
It's relaxed.
It's definitely more relaxed. I enjoyed being up at Premier.
It's nice to be out in the public. We get some visitors during the show sometimes.
Yeah. It's good. The guy waving it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. But back home's back home, so we definitely enjoy that. We good?
We're good. Go Bruins, go Red Jackets.
Go Bruins, go Red Jackets. Go Section 5.
Here we go.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Keeping it real. Section 5 football.
Good night, everybody. Have a great night.
one in a million, super rich. Got so much dough, I don't know what to do with it. Suddenly, a part of me just wants to go back to how it used to be.